much for being with us today. R. Joseph Brown, founding partner of ALG Law Group. And now back to your scheduled programming.
Call us now to experience the Accident Law Group difference.
We begin tonight with a news alert out of New York City, where an explosion in the Chelsea neighborhood there has sent more than 24 people to the hospital. Witnesses from blocks away say they could hear and feel that explosion.
29 people were hurt. 24 of them were transported to the hospital. One of them is serious injuries. The mayor spoke in the last few hours. Officials say the explosion was intentional, but they don't believe it was a terror attack at this point in their investigation. But they also doubt a natural gas explosion.
Now, I want to be clear, whatever the cause, whatever the intention here, New Yorkers will not be intimidated. We are not going to let anyone change who we are or how we go about our lives. And we have the best police force in the country.
Officials say there is no connection to a pipe bomb in New Jersey from early today. Police are investigating a second site in New York where an officer on patrol found what may be another device. FBI and Homeland Security officials are on the scene.
Airplane?
It is. It's an airplane.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
This is an incredible story right here in the valley. A small plane plummets into a Gilbert home. This unfolded just hours ago.
And this is an amazing story because that plane was full of skydivers making its way to an event when the plane went down.
Now, we've heard that everyone made it out of the plane, but it's still not clear exactly what led to the crash. They were actually able to skydive. I mean, they had parachutes. This happened at a home near Gilbert and Ray Rose in Gilbert.
And we are hearing now that there were people in the home at the time. Let's get right to Marcy Jones, who is live on the scene with this breaking news. Marcy.
That's right, guys. That's the most shocking part of this whole thing, is that I'm not reporting more of a horrible outcome here, because all of these people are okay, thank goodness. The pilot was badly burned, but the 4 passengers in there, they all ejected before the pilot did, and then he did about a half a mile away from here. And as you can see, kind of down below, we have a river of just foam. We're told aviation fluid, water, debris, all just kind of running down the street here. We had tons of people come out because no one knew exactly what happened, and the details are still a little unclear what led up to this. But again, thank goodness everybody is okay. The videos and pictures that we've seen have just been absolutely unbelievable from this. Neighbors tell us that they had no idea what was going on. It just looked like a plane on fire, which it was, coming down into their neighborhood, and they had no idea what to expect. Like we said before, 2 people, a couple, were inside the home at the time watching TV. An absolute miracle that they're okay, and that's exactly what the fire captain of Gilbert is saying.
There was a couple in the house apparently watching TV. They were actually unharmed. They were not injured at all. They were able to get out of the house safely. As soon as they got out of the house, the house started on fire. They didn't receive any injuries or anything at all. So that's amazing in itself. And for it to just hit one house, that's also pretty incredible. There was a radio transmission by the pilot to his communications, and my understanding is he said that he was having plane or aircraft trouble, and one of his wings was on fire, and that was the last communication that they had before the plane crashed.
Now, several fire units, obviously, as you can see, are still out here. The fire is completely out, but they are still working on a few hot spots. Unfortunately, the home is a total loss. Reporting live, Marcy Jones, Fox 10 News.
All right, Marcy, thank you. Chandler fire crews not only put a stop to a house fire today, they also saved 5 pets.
Was home at the time, but there were 5 pets inside. Fire crews luckily saved all 5 pets. Chandler fire crews responding to a house fire this morning near Alma School in Warner.
Opened up the...
Found 5 pets, 2 fairly large dogs and 3 cats. Fire crews quickly grabbed the Fido bags from the trucks. These are packed with tools to help save an animal's life in a crisis. Things like these oxygen masks you see here.
I don't know a whole lot about the veterinarian business, but I do know that you need oxygen to survive, and these cats were pulled a little sooty, and also in some kind of distress. The dogs seemed to respond fairly quickly. They were up and running around on the side yard.
The 2 dogs were okay to stay with the owner. The 3 cats were taken to a vet to be checked out. Luckily, no one was hurt. And that house did have some smoke damage, but minimal damage to the structure. And as of now, the cause of this fire is still under investigation. Reporting live, Danielle Miller, Fox 10 News.
Thank you, Danielle. In court, a woman is on trial in the shooting death of her 2 children and their father. The Arizona Daily Sun reports that Susan Jacobson is charged with the deaths that happened last February. The prosecutor says Jacobson shot Marvin James while he slept because she wanted sole custody of the children. Jacobson's defense attorney says she wanted to protect herself and the children. That trial is expected to last 4 weeks.
A University of Arizona football player facing new domestic violence accusations. 20-year-old Orlando Bradford was kicked off the team and was jailed for charges related to assault. Police say a second victim has come forward who says that Bradford assaulted her several times while they were in a relationship. Bradford was arrested for domestic violence-related offenses on Wednesday.
2 very strong women, feminist.
News alert to just an incredible story that unfolded over the East Valley skies. Looking live at Sky Fox at this home in Gilbert.
Yeah, this is where that plane came crashing down, the plane carrying skydivers who were all able to jump from that plane and use the parachutes to get to the ground. The plane coming down with nobody on board, crash landing into that big Gilbert home right there. And again, fire crews tell us there were 2 people inside, a husband and wife, watching TV when this came down. And behind the home is a huge hole in the roof where that plane caught fire. Luckily, though, it is amazing when you look at these pictures that nobody was hurt. Again, we have Sky Fox there, crews on the ground. If we get more information during this newscast, we will certainly bring that to you. Police need your help finding 2 suspects in connection to an armed robbery of a Church's Chicken. This happened at the one near 24th Street and Broadway. This was about 2 weeks ago. The suspect waits for everybody to leave the restaurant, and that's when they hold the clerk at gunpoint right there. The suspect then grabs money and leaves with a friend who was waiting outside in a getaway car. Police are hoping that somebody will know these suspects and call police.
If someone knows the suspect or the clothing the suspect was wearing, he had a shirt that says "I am hip hop," it's possible they've seen him in their neighborhood or they know where